Greetings to you from wherever you're watching us this morning. It feels good to be here to take you on a trip across the money-spinning world of sports on a day. There's a lot to talk about. I'm Yemi Adebayo.
I am Tayo Salam. It's great to have you join us again. We're starting off the show with the UEFA Champions League. A couple of shocking defeats last night, none bigger than Manchester United going to Istanbul and stinking up the place. Lost by 2-1.
All right, so that's it. And
PSG as well. Yeah, PSG.
9-man PSG.
Yeah, no Neymar, no Mbappe.
Yeah, losing to Leipzig.
Lost to Leipzig. So those were like the two, strange results from last night on match day 3 of the UEFA Champions League.
All right, it's Thursday, and of course, for some people, it's a step down. So we're taking a look at
it is what it is.
Match day 3, a preview of the matches to be played, especially the ones involving Nigerian players, as we're going to be doing on the show. Talking about the Europa League, some interesting matches to look at.
Quite a few Nigerian interests.
Leicester City involved, Rangers involved, Villarreal involved, a couple of other teams having Nigerian players involved as well. So we'll do our best to highlight those ones that have some sort of Nigerian interest.
Definitely, we'll be doing that in a moment. Also on the show, in tennis, Rafael Nadal has become just the 4th player to win 1,000 career matches in the Open era. Congratulations to Rafael Nadal. 18 seasons ago, that's when it started, when he won his first match. I am sure you would have never thought that
we'll be here
18 seasons later.
In exalted company.
Incredible stuff. Just 4 players have won 1,000 matches. Rafael Nadal is one of them and is still very much active, which means he's going to win more games before it's all said and done.
All right. So that's how we start the show today, talking tennis. And, of course, starting with Rafael Nadal, how he's been able to win 1,000 matches on the ATP tour. And, of course, he's in exalted company, like you said, that has Jimmy Connors, Ivan Lendl, and Roger Federer. And there are chances he might catch up with one of them.
Well, we'll see. Fingers crossed. We'll see what the list looks like in a bit. But let's talk about the match where he was able to achieve defeat. Let's come back home now and talk about the Handball Premier League, which is ongoing at the MKO Abiola Stadium in Abuja. Of course, match day 5 played yesterday. A lot of very interesting results. Some expected, some not so expected. We're going to give you all of those in a moment. Now, we're starting off with the men's results here. Yemi, Rima Strikers recording a 10-point win over Confluence Stars. Fantastic win there. COS Shooters, 34-35 over Delta Force. Carter Stars, 30-27 over Borno Spiders. Last but not the least was a 2-point victory for Niger United over Safety Shooters. Austin Okonakman is ready to join us now from London and is going to be helping us do a review of what went down in Abuja yesterday, as well as a preview of what's going to happen today, match day 6 of the Handball Premier League. Austin, good morning. It's great to have you join us once again. Good morning, Austin.
Good morning, Tayo. Good morning, Yemi. Sporty greetings to all of our numerous viewers from different countries. Good morning, guys. Good to be on the show.
Yes, it's always great to have you, Austin. And before we dive into the Handball Premier League, your thoughts on Rafael Nadal becoming the 4th player to win 1,000 matches in the Open era?
Awesome for Rafael Nadal, and each time you look at him, you start wondering why did it take so long for him to be there. But then, as you said, the 4th player to now record 1,000 ATP wins, did that over his fellow Spaniard, Feliciano Lopez, at the Paris Masters. I'm a huge fan of Rafael Nadal, and I believe that he still has a lot to give to tennis. He turned professional in 2001, and he has given us loads of memories. You look at the record, you would tell that it was difficult for him to catch Jimmy Connors, who is at the top right there, but maybe Roger Federer can catch him. But it's good to just see Rafael Nadal in the mix. And when you look at the breakdown of the wins that Rafael Nadal has achieved to reach where he has reached, you just have to give him some respect. He's done so well for himself. And sadly for Novak Djokovic fans, most of those wins was against Novak Djokovic. But I love the fact that Rafael Nadal is still relevant, still giving us reasons to look at him as a model for tennis. And we just want to wish him well. We hope he keeps winning.
All right. Okay, so since we're done with Rafael Nadal, let's just come home now and talk about the Handball Premier League. But before I get your thoughts, I know you've been following it. You know a lot about the Handball League, stories behind it. Tyre reeled out the results for the guys, so let's just balance it up by taking a look at the results for the ladies. Let's just quickly do that. You have Benny Queens losing to Imo Grasshopper 16-28. You also have Kana Queens losing to Safety Babes, that's 20 points to 25. Then you have the Defender Babes losing to Plateau Peacocks 15 points to 18. Austin, for some of us, the mere fact that we're having this league is success itself. But then again, we still have a job to put into context the results that we're seeing, to track the improvements and, the quality and growth of the game in the country. And that's why I'm going to be asking you your thoughts. When you look at these results, you'll see some of the teams pulling off some results that you probably didn't expect to see.
Yeah, and actually said there's quality in the Handball League now. Remember I told you at the start of the league, match day 1, debutants, Adorable Angels, went on to win. Defending champions, Safety Babes, lost their first game. Yesterday, they were victorious. Imo Grasshoppers, the legendary Imo Grasshoppers that everyone, attached to handball in Nigeria, they've also lost at this competition. And yesterday against Kada, they had to bounce back. That's in the women's category. And we love the fact that it's going side by side, because persons would have said, oh, the men are playing handball, the women are not playing handball. The women are not just playing handball, they are playing it well. And I told you the other day, I spoke to the president of the Handball Federation of Nigeria, Samuel Ocheo. He says, look, the intention is not just to gather a team and take them somewhere to win one championship. It's to watch. It's to walk through the process. It's to take points, consolidate on the good things, and work on those that are not, going so well. And the league is a systematic process for you to do just that. So now they're watching the women. We can get a national team out of the Handball League and then do the necessary things we need to do to make it grow. That's for the women. For the men, it's been upsets galore at the Handball League. I love it so much. The defending champions, Kano Pillars, have been beaten. 2018 champions, Niger United, they are yet to win a match at the Handball League. Yesterday, they lost again to Safety Shooters. Safety Shooters showing all the good signs that they want to win the title. They have been unbeaten in the league, and as it is, they can now start dreaming of winning the title. Niger United, ambitions of winning the title gone. The coach says because most of his good players left, they need to find a way not to go down in the league, because at the moment they sit comfortably at the bottom.
All right. Also, let me just, we're pressed for time, we're about to go on the break, but I just want to throw this in so that you can help us before we let you go. Club licensing, the Women's League, there's been a deadline given to the clubs who are interested in participating in this season. And what's your take on that? Personally, I'm hoping that the clubs will be able to meet up with that November deadline that has been given to them.
Standards are standards, Yemi, and that's why I want to commend Aisha Falode and her team for staying dogged with this. Remember, they were about this process before COVID-19 came. So a lot of clubs say, oh, COVID-19 has gone. They forgot to know. We must start doing those things to meet international standards. Club licensing is one way that shows that you know what you're doing with your league football. What doing it with the league management company for the men. The women should also do the same thing. In fact, the NWFL went on to say clubs that cannot guarantee the welfare of their players should not even bother. So we've been talking about Pelican Stars owing their players for so long. Nothing has been done. Pelican Stars, if you cannot take care of your players, do not register for the league. we keep saying it, that if we have just 10 teams and we do the right things for league football in Nigeria, let's do it. The NWFL, they are also going to inspect facilities. One thing we don't like, followers of women's football in Nigeria, is taking the ladies to go and play football, maybe in one primary school, one secondary school field, where you struggle to see grass. They take our ladies there, our angels, our princesses, our queens, to go and play football in such grounds. No, we shouldn't do that. So Aisha Falade and the team, I just want to push them and let them keep doing what they're doing. To make progress, you must step on toes.
All right. Austin, I want to thank you for your time on the show today. Really appreciate having you, your insights on the show. Hopefully we'll do this again sometime this week. All right, so that's about Austin Okonakman right there in London, filling us in with his thoughts and on all the things happening here and everywhere in your amazing world of sports. Let's go on a break now. When we return from this break, we'll talk about the UEFA Champions League, the results, and also the Europa League, and all the amazing things happening in the world of sports. Join us again. All right, welcome back. Let's bring you into all that we're doing on the show. We've always told you that you're an integral part of the show. We want you to be a part of it by commenting on all the issues we've talked about. So for your questions, comments, and suggestions on the discussion, you can tweet at us at @channels_sports. Let us know how you feel. We've talked about the Paris Masters. We've talked about Rafael Nadal, his achievement in tennis, winning 1,000 matches on the ATP Tour. We've also talked about club licensing, talking about women's football right here in Nigeria. We've talked about the Handball Premier League as well. Those are the issues. We will also be talking about the UEFA Champions League, so let us know how you feel about all of this. You can also send us a mail, sportsthismorning@channelstv.com. Let us know what you feel about all of these things happening. Should be talking to us this morning.
Yeah, a lot. Do you still want Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the wheel? I mean, after the manner in which he lost yesterday against in Istanbul. Of course, there's also the loss against Arsenal as well too.
Chelsea fans as well.
Chelsea fans. Chelsea fans.
Gradually, they're pulling away. Gradually, the worrying signals are not there anymore.
All of a sudden, Chelsea looks so assured in the back. And of course, you have to give a lot of credit
to Frank
Lampard and the goalkeeper, Edouard Mendy and Kepa Arrizabalaga. Chelsea fans, you want him gone now. All right.
We're getting ahead of ourselves here, but let me quickly introduce our partner on the show. Ayomi Kwelemi joins us this morning and
making his debut.
Making his debut on the show. You could pardon us, we got carried away there, but it's good to have you join us this morning.
Yeah, it's great to be here. I'm glad to be here.
All right. So I think we'll start with the results.
Yeah, results.
A lot of talking points, but let's start with the results. We'll get Ayomiko's thoughts on all of it. So the results from yesterday in the UEFA Champions League. That's it on your screen. Chelsea looking assured against Stade Reims 3-0. They won the game. Sevilla 3-0 victory, 3-2 victory over Krasnodar. You have Zenit St. Petersburg in the early kickoff. Played a 1-0 draw with Lazio. Club Brugge lost to Dortmund 3 goals in favor of the Germans. Then you have some other matches. We've seen results in Group E and F. So let's see in Group G and H. Barcelona worked very hard. We're almost dropping points against Dinamo Kiev. They ended 2-1. Ferencváros were hammered by Juventus. Morata scoring 2 of the goals. 4-1. He ended. Then this one, the upset of the night, Istanbul Başakşehir defeated Manchester United 2-1. Then I didn't see this coming. RB Leipzig. Tayo has his views on this game. RB Leipzig defeated PSG.
I saw it coming.
2-1. Tayo says I didn't see it coming. Yeah. But Nico, we're going to listen to some managers later on. But first, let's get your thoughts. Obviously, it has to be the game against the Manchester United game. Were you surprised by the result?
Yes, I was surprised, but when some weeks back, when the pairings for the Champions League group stages were made, and I got to know about the teams, the players rather, playing in Istanbul. Robinho just left
All right.
Yeah.
There's Dembaba, they have Rafael, he's a former United player.
Martin Skirtle.
Yes, rookies, veterans, so to speak now. So playing against United, I feared for United because of the form they were in. But, they were able to get some results after then. Losing yesterday, I think it was more of their own defensive errors, rather than Basakcia's
attacking prowess.
Yes, though yes, they had some chances to even kill off the game. Look at the manner of the first goal in the first place, Dembaba's goal. So the United, I don't know, like very bad. In fact, United's former players have reacted. The likes of Rio Ferdinand,
Paul Scholes.
Very embarrassing defeat. that first goal was off it.
There was
totally.
Yes,
at all.
And some people even blaming the goalkeeper because you could see that Nemanja Vidic was. I mean, I keep calling him Vidic. Nemanja Matic he's not fast. And that
was the last man.
That was the last man.
And he wasn't even close to bar.
And he wasn't even close.
And you look at the second goal too. I think it was.
And I don't think a goalkeeper should be comfortable with that kind of situation without screaming your lungs out.
And they gave Istanbul Başakşehir their first goals in the Champions League. So it was a very bad night. For United.
Well, congratulations to
Istanbul.
Istanbul, I guess you can say that because they're winning. First 3 points of this competition. Also, let's talk about Leipzig.
We have a quote from Ole Gunnar.
Ole Gunnar. Okay, yeah, let's see what Ole Gunnar has to say. Of course,
obviously disappointed with
disappointing loss for United against Başakşehir.
All right, let's just quickly take that so that we can put in context what the Manchester United manager. That's it. That's what he had to say about this game. Obviously not happy.
Not at all. Says the performance wasn't good enough against a team that worked and ran. And they hit us on the break a couple of times and scored 2 goals like sometimes they do in Europe when you don't defend well enough. Of course, we picked a team to win the game. We hoped we had enough to create chances. We didn't. Emotions don't matter. When you lose, well, you can think to yourself, how we feel after we lose. That's not something we go out to do. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer
does this douse
without loss?
Does it douse? Sometimes a team loses and you listen to the manager. You're not happy the team lost, but you listen to the manager then you say, okay, I get it. But even with this explanation, do you get it?
Well, these managers have a way of trying to play with, should I say, play with the minds of our fans after some very horrible nights. Solskjaer in particular has a way of, trying to, maneuver his way. Yes. And then even with his team, he maneuvers his way, we lose his games and draw some matches, and then United fans will call for, he said, only out this and that. And then the next game he wins, Yeah. He did that last season. He was losing against small teams and winning against the big teams. And now look at it this season, he's won in Paris again. So then you begin to look at it. What's happening here? But, well, that's what they come out to tell us and all of that. But
to be fair to Ole Gunnar, he said it. I mean, the very first sentence in that quote was the performance wasn't good enough. Yep. So that's an admittance right there that they need to do better going forward. But they're still on top of that table right now because they won the first 2 matches in the group. Let's go to the second match of that group between Leipzig and PSG. That was the game went down in Germany yesterday. PSG started like a house on fire, scored the first goal. Angel Di Maria had an opportunity to double the lead, missed from 12 yards. And second half, Leipzig, everything changed. They raised their games and they were able to score 2 goals. Yanni thinks it's a shocking result. Are you thinking along those lines?
Were you thinking this could happen?
Yes, of course. It wasn't shocking. It wasn't shocking.
It's not shocking for me at all. Semi-finalists in the Champions League.
Yes, I think it's a sort of revenge for
as
Leipzig.
Well. They lost to PSG in the
semi-finals.
There you go.
So I think
But you would expect PSG any day, even though you say Mbappe and these guys are not. You expect PSG to go to Germany and not lose at least not lose.
But remember, they lost against United at home. So
I mean, the PSG are not fantastic. So how we make the PSG look like this incredible team?
I got to concede.
They have the players, but maybe when
Something.
it comes to playing together, they have some sort of problem sometimes.
Exactly.
So it happens. It happens.
And to me, I think there were disciplinary issues. Kipembe,
red cards.
I don't know whatever those guys, whatever got into their heads. I don't know.
You don't know what got into their heads. Anyways, let's get the post-match thoughts now of the coach, the winning coach, Nagelsmann, Julian. Of course, very delighted to have got all 3 points from the game against PSG. There you go there. Julian Nagelsmann, of course, hoping that by the time they face off next time out against PSG, Neymar and Mbappe will be back then, so he can boast that.
Don't tone down their victory.
Exactly.
He's not having that.
Anyway, so that's it for PSG losing 2 games in the group stage for the first time since 2004-2005. So it's not been a great couple great start, couple of weeks for PSG. Let's move on from PSG to the old lady of Turin. They were also in action all the way in Hungary, and this match marked the return of Cristiano Ronaldo from COVID after recovering from COVID, and ended up being a routine win, 4-1 against KTC.
Yeah, they could have scored more actually.
Oh, there you go.
Ronaldo even had, chance to bury the game even further. For Ferencváros, I don't know. Maybe they just came around to play in the Champions League because the goalkeeper was a joke. Look at the Bayer's goal. Okay, this third and fourth goal, the own goal, and then the one the Bayer scored himself. He very, very costly mistakes. And I wasn't surprised, of course. It's Juve. The players are there to do the job. They had to bounce back from that defeat to Barcelona last time out, and it's a good one for them. It's a good one for them.
Good one indeed for Juventus. Alvaro Morata scoring twice in their game. He's now scored 6 goals in his last 6 games. For the old lady, there were people that were worried when they were making that signing that Morata again, because it's been there before. But it seems to be in great form now.
I think it's 100th appearance.
Oh, there you go. So fantastic for Alvaro Morata. We're still in Group G. The second match was between Barcelona and Dynamo Kiev. And Yemi said it earlier, that Barca were made to work really, really hard for this victory. At the end of it all, it was Gerard Piqué scoring what turned out to be the winner for them. That was after early penalty from Messi. 2-1 against Dynamo Kiev. Barca once again not convincing in the manner in which they're going about their business. Yes,
generally this season, even in the league, Barcelona have not been convincing. And yes, they got the points, the maximum point, which was ultimate. It was seriously needed. Now they've won all 3 matches, and it puts them in a very good position going into the next game, which is also against Dynamo Kiev, the return leg. So now looking at it now, you want to say, okay, Barcelona under Ronald Koeman, they've been neither here nor there, but you also want to commend them because at least it's a process. It's been slow, but at least steady, especially in the Champions League. And with time, probably they gel with themselves.
Probably.
So was that a fair scoreline?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know about. Because.
Or was it a true reflection of the game?
Fair scoreline or not?
Well, I would say it wasn't. It wasn't.
Okay. In this match, we saw the return of Ter Stegen, and he actually made
a couple of saves towards the end.
A lot of saves actually to keep Barcelona ahead in this game. So of course that's what's being paid for. So it's just done its job. Anyways, let's move on from Barcelona and Kiev. Let's go to the Chelsea group, where Chelsea is still maintaining the perfect start to the camp. Not perfect exactly, winning back-to-back games. They took on Rennes. I was at Stamford Bridge yesterday, and it was Timo Werner scoring twice from the penalty spot before the last goal to cherry on the cake, as you may call that. But we saw a few decisions in this game. The penalties. What do you make of the first one?
Well, for me,
was it harsh?
I mean, it looked like the slight touch on Werner.
Yes.
I mean, it just leapt into the air and looked like it's been shot.
Yes, of course. In as much as I've enjoyed Chelsea in the past few games and I wanted them to win that match, I felt if that penalty was a harsh.
Made it easy.
Yes.
Made the game easy.
Yes. I think, was it Lampard or one of the Chelsea board members was reacting even to the penalty, and he confessed that, wow, that penalty was soft, yes. So, for me, the Chelsea team, they gave their best yesterday. I watched a couple of minutes in that game, and looking at it, I think these guys are getting themselves finally
together as a team.
You know, the new players are in. There was Ziyech, there was no Pulisic, there was no Havertz because of COVID-19. There was Chilwell and Reece James, who has gelled into the team. I saw James and I saw a very, very good right back. He's coming for Aspilicueta now. And, Lampard needs to rest him. At the point, there was Thiago Silva, who partnered Zuma very well from the start. And then he had to be taken off around the 60th minute. So Rudiger can come in and Silva can have some rest. So this Chelsea team now are looking very good. In about 5 games now, they've not even conceded any goal.
5 clean sheets in a row.
5 clean sheets in a row.
And that's not a coincidence because there's this guy in goal now who's proving to be very, very...
The last time he conceded was on the 29th of September against Tottenham.
6 clean sheets
6 clean sheets for Mendy alone.
Wow,
very
so that's
impressive.
the end of Kepa now, right? Where we can agree
Yes, he's not Chelsea's number 1.
Yeah.
Yes, sealed.
Right.
And it appears like Werner probably will be the
penalty
taker. Because I was going to bring that up. I was surprised.
Not because Giorgio missed 2 back-to-back,
because
like
a decision must have been made. I would have understood if he wasn't on the pitch. But
he was. And
good performance against his former team, Chelsea goalkeeper. And to see 2 African goalkeepers side by side in the Champions League was also an high point for me.
I totally agree. So good win. Fantastic win for Chelsea in Group E. And yes, now let's ask it for the Champions League. Time to talk about the Europa League. It's just a little step down in Europe and some very interesting matches to preview. Let's start with Arsenal. They'll be in action against Molde. That team has got a Nigerian interest, Leke James, who was second top scorer in Norway last season. He's got about 4 goals already in the Europa League this season already. So that's a player to watch out for Arsenal against Molde. There's also Benfica taking on Rangers. Rangers has got our own Aribo and Leon Balogun. So wishing them all the best in that game. Arsenal versus Molde right there in London. Should be an easy win, right?
Yes, should be an easy win. But if Molde shocks Arsenal, we'll come back and say, that was a shock and I didn't expect that. But well, on paper, Arsenal should win this.
Should be winning.
Yes, should be winning this match later today. Looking at the Arsenal squad and the past few matches, I think they have quite a number of very good players on their hands. Not just the guys who are regulars like Aubameyang, Lacazette, the defenders and midfield, not those ones. Even the likes of Joe Willock, Edin Ketia, they can always come in and deliver. We've seen them do it already in the Europa League where they come in and of course impressed.
For instance, Granit Xhaka and Dani Ceballos didn't even play the game against Manchester United. Probably they might be playing
today.
Let's play a thought for Leicester as well against Braga. Nigerian interest, obviously, Kelechi Iheanacho, Wilfred to somewhere, but still not.
On the treatment table.
You have Tottenham. Whether you like it or not, this means a lot to Jose Mourinho. You saw how they celebrated qualifying for this, and he sees this as a way to...
They have to bounce back as well. They recall they lost their second match in Belgium to Antwerp. He was very pissed with that result.
Very disappointed.
He complained that if he had the chance to take over 11 players at halftime,
You know what, we'll get back to the Europa League. We'll get back to Europe. Some interesting things to still say about the Europa League. But we need to go on a break right about now. When we return from that break, we'll read the papers, read your tweets and talk about Diego Maradona. We're not going to forget that. And that's what we're going to do when we return from this break. Don't skip. All right, welcome back. That's Diego Schwartzman, of course, talking about Diego Maradona, football legend, global icon. That's who he is. And a lot of things have been happening in Argentina. But let me get your thoughts when you had successful brain surgery, but the fans, messages just pouring in, people showing support all over the world.
Yes.
But in Argentina, it's crazy.
Yes.
All over the world, people support, but in Argentina, Tiger said he's like a god.
Yes, thousands of fans actually were there at the hospital where he was operated upon. When I heard the news that he was to undergo surgery, I was taken aback. Yes, I was scared because he just celebrated his 60th birthday. So I'm happy for him that he's back. The operation was successful, and we still want to see more of Maradona at least for some years. No, we don't want to lose him for now. Really.
And for people like Schwartzman, who belong to the generation that didn't even get to see him play live. I mean, I saw him, when his powers were beginning to go down a little, but I still had fond memories of Diego Maradona, at least from 89 to 94. At least I was able to see 5 years of Maradona, at his peak.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Not too shabby. The pictures are coming from Argentina.
Yeah.
These guys have literally been camping.
I'm telling you.
Keeping vigil. They just want to make sure Maradona is healthy. And thankfully and surprisingly, he's recovering very well. His doctor says he's actually taken aback as well by Maradona's tolerance of the surgery itself, especially if you want to consider how the issues he's had with his health and all of that. So it's looking good. I imagine all these guys that you're seeing now won't be leaving that place anytime soon. They will be waiting for the day when he's finally discharged and they can all go to the house.
Messages coming from places as high as the Colombian president, a lot of people wishing him well.
I don't know much about medicine or surgery, but I guess a brain surgery should be a very delicate one, and then it will take him some time to recover and all of that.
But it's looking good.
That's all that matters. All right.
Before we look at the papers, let's talk about
Mamadou Sakho.
Mamadou Sakho. Yeah. This is a very serious situation.
That should get a lot of people angry.
Yeah, the World Anti-Doping Agency.
Admitting an error.
Exactly. Coming out to apologize and also agreeing to pay damages.
Undisclosed.
Yes.
But they should tell us what the amount
exactly.
They don't need to tell us. I mean, they're going to pay. Mamadou Sakho, a few years ago, if you recall, got banned for testing positive for fat burner. And just later, UEFA dismissed the case, and they said,
ever since then,
and what they said then was that fat burner was not on
banned substance,
was not on the list of the prohibited substance for WADA as at that time.
Yes.
And WADA coming out now to say we're sorry and we will pay you. It was a costly ban. You have to say,
because he affected his career.
Exactly.
Euro 2016,
and also the Europa League final against Sevilla. Yeah. So I felt emotional about the whole situation when I discovered that, indeed, this guy wasn't even guilty in the first place. So it took him a whole 4 years.
Yeah, in the court of public opinion, a lot of people already felt, without the facts, a lot of people already felt he was guilty. And, his career nosedived. I mean, somebody was playing for Liverpool.
Was that why? Is that why his career nosedived?
No, you see, that's what I'm saying. It could have done without
all of
that. Yeah,
I agree.
Then you will have said whatever happened to him was just about football.
I'm sure it's going to be a kind of mixed feeling for Sakho himself, because he's feeling bad that you got me banned 4 years. Look at where I am now. It's circulated all over.
My pain was that it took WADA this long. Because when UEFA said what they said, WADA still insisted that he didn't do anything wrong. So he had to take them this long to be able to say, okay, we now finally agree that we were wrong. Sakho, we're really sorry, and they paid him.
But I'm sure he's happy now that, of course, the world's seeing it now.
A lot of dollars.
He's innocent after all.
I mean, he can't recover those things he's lost. He can't recover the Euro 2016. He can't recover the Europa League final.
That he missed.
But it's some sort of vindication.
Yes.
Going forward, and these players have to be very careful as well too.
The decisions they make.
Yeah, because WADA, they can be very strict with their policies and the principles and strict liability policy and principles. So you have to be careful whatever's going inside of you. So good one for Mamadou Sakho. Let's look at the paper before
let's take a couple of tweets. Let's see.
All right, yeah, we'll come back to
okay.
that.
We have a paper to review.
Still refreshing. Yeah,
right.
let's
we have a paper to review, so let's see if we can do that quickly. Complete Sports, that's what we have here. Well, I think an issue that we've been talking about, I think has been laid to rest if this is anything to go by. No fans for Nigeria-Syria loan clash. Ministry, PTF insist on COVID-19 protocol. Maybe I should allow you to say something about this one. The NFF were thinking they could liaise with the PTF, the task force, and maybe the ministry, and get maybe 30% capacity.
But now no fans at all.
But now no fans.
So hopefully subsequent matches. Well, we still have some matches. There's later. So I hope fans will be back.
But
a lot of Nigerians,
now,
at least for now, yes, because of the COVID-19 issue and all of that. So it's okay. It's okay. And
it's a very I think it's a very sensible decision. Let's stick to behind closed doors for now until we get a clearer picture in terms of COVID.
All right, so other stories, some we've already talked about. Igalo fails to make UCL debut. A lot of us are not happy with all they got.
I'm not.
For at least try him out, you know. I mean, most of the Chukwueze makes La Liga Team of the Week, relishes first goal of the season. I don't know, you're looking at it. Which one of this gets your attention? Which one of these headlines you want to comment about?
For the, you said something before the Chukwueze.
Igalo,
yes, that got my attention.
When are you surprised that he's not getting play time? I am not.
I'm not surprised, but.
So what is it?
But it's really, still painful as a Nigerian.
Exactly. Maybe that sentiment actually. Maybe that, because immediately I got to know Cavani was coming to United. I knew, oh man, it's over.
And especially if they're having problems up front,
exactly.
And you know that this guy is a proven goal scorer. Why not just try?
Cavani in his few games still comes from the bench. Rashford.
What do you have to lose?
Though Rashford's getting the goals anyways.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, let's keep it real.
Let's forget the sentiment.
It was always going to be this way.
It was always going to be like that.
Rashford, Martial.
We're always going to play ahead of him.
We're always going to play ahead of him. Now they brought in Cavani as well, and that seemed to be our game over. But yeah, keep going. January. That's when he goes back to China. Right? But I think he's achieved his dream.
Yeah.
That's what really matters. Let's quickly, any more headlines? Anyways, the updates are coming from the Handball Federation of Nigeria. The Handball Premier League is still going on in Abuja. Match day 6, and defending champions, Safety Babes, defeated Desert Queens 31-16. So the defending champions.
All right. So with that update from the Handball Federation, it's going to be a wrap on the show. But first, we want to thank our friend Lemikon for gracing us with his presence today.
Thank you for having me.
And hopefully we get to do this some other time.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
all right.
Debut,
all right. As well. Good debut, we must say. All right. Yeah. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of your day. We enjoyed doing this today, and we'll be back here again tomorrow. I'm Yemi Adebayo. Bye-bye now.
I am Tayo Salam. Enjoy the rest of your day.